Okay, welcome back to another episode of Third and 23. I'm your host, Alex, and here to talk 0 week predictions. I'm guessing they're calling it week zero. I haven't actually checked. Are they calling this weekend's games week zero? If you are new to the channel, last season I did ATS predictions. Had a pretty good on college and pros. Had a pretty good season in college. Finished roughly 53, 54% accuracy, something like that, which is kind of in line with what the pros do. Thought I should have did better than that. I had a 15-1 stretch there in the midseason. I was doing outstanding, but I did fade late in the year. This year I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm not just doing the biggest games on the schedule if I don't agree with what the spread is or if the spread isn't something that I would do. I'm only going to give you guys games that I would do, and I'm not tracking straight up games anymore. I'm just going to talk ATS on this channel from now on. So, without further ado, this Saturday we have one game on schedule that I would do. There's only a handful of games actually being played this Saturday, and we have Florida State against Georgia Tech in Dublin. Game kicks off at noon on Saturday. If you guys watch these videos, you guys know that I'm not big on Florida State this year. They lost just about everybody from a year ago. They're getting preseason top 10 ranking hype for some reason, and my personal opinion is there's a lot of people who are still thinking that this is the 90s where Florida State reloads. Oh, they had a great year last year. Now they're reloading. I don't believe that. I don't think that you got to double click into the team and see what's really out there. I've spoken about this ad nauseum, so I won't go deep dive into it. But quarterback DJU has been inconsistent his entire career. Running back, they're going with a committee. They don't really have a bell cow uh, in that backfield. And that receiver, I'm guessing they're going Malik Benson with their number one, but he was Bama's number four last year, and he wouldn't have been their number one if he stayed at Bama. So I just don't think that they're matching the play for player, what they had last season. So I think you're seeing a downgrade of Florida State. Georgia Tech is a team that won 7 games last year, and they were up and down. They got blown out some games, but they also threw up a lot of points in other games. They had a really good offense. Defense was their issue, and it's probably going to be more the same this season. Defensively, they lost their best players, which were on the D line. They lost a couple guys to the portal. They did make some additions in the secondary, so we'll see how that plays out. They were able to keep Trinalius Tatum, a pretty good linebacker. So that's he flirted with the portal, but he decided to stay. So that was a big win for them. But offensively, they bring back Haynes King at quarterback. Can run it, throw a dual threat. Who's definitely a gamer. Running back Jamal Haynes, one of the best running backs in the ACC. Very good player that I don't think a lot of people know about. And that receiver, Eric Singleton, had a super freshman year where he kind of started slowly and then gradually as the season went on, got better and better. Kid's got wheels. Don't be surprised if he houses one on one of these Florida State DBs in this game because that's a matchup that I don't think Florida State fares well in this game. And then a spread. The spread right now is at 10.5. Florida State's favored. Now, to let you guys know, this used to be 13.5 a couple months ago. Because I checked a couple months ago. I was curious what the 0 week spreads were going to be, particularly when I was researching this game, because I was really feeling like Georgia Tech might be able to pull off an upset or not get blown out. And here we are on Friday, August 23rd, day before the game, and I feel the same. I think that this is going to be a one possession game. I think Georgia Tech can win this game, but I feel like this is going to be a one possession game. I like Georgia Tech with the 10.5. And full disclosure, I actually did this game a couple months ago. I didn't get it at 13.5. I got it at 13. So I already got Georgia Tech with the plus 13. But even at plus 10.5, I like Georgia Tech to stay within the spread. As I said, I think this is a one possession game. I think they have a better offense than Florida State where they're going to put up some points. Florida State should be able to move the ball on the Georgia Tech defense and also put up some points. So I think this game is going to have quite a few touchdowns scored in Dublin. Even though it's first game, you know those games can be kind of rusty on both sides or for both teams. I think you're going to see a lot of touchdowns scored in this one. That said, I like Georgia Tech in a shootout to stay within single digits of Florida State. So that pretty much wraps it up. Oh, if you see there in the top left, ATS standing. So if you guys remember last year, I track my standings. You guys see how I'm doing. Maybe I'm going to do awful this year. Who knows? And this is first week, so you never really know how things are going to shake out that first week. But I'm gonna be tracking it all season for you guys to see, so you can see how well I'm doing, how poor I'm doing, and so on. But that's it. So if you like the content, please like, follow, subscribe, all of that, and you're gonna see my YouTube handle here in a few seconds. Take care.